Hello, oh dear ones. Week 43 has arrived, and soon we will be having a countdown 5, 4, 3, 2, and the last week will be about whether we could give life to our dreams or not. It is so wonderful to see you guys going strong on your commitment here on the program Creators of the Future. You guys are simply amazing. I don't think there is any other program here on YouTube that is a live journey of the participants towards their own achievement. And it's a long distance you guys have covered with this program. I am so proud of you to be here, and also extremely proud that you're helping each other with their goals. Where does that happen? When does that happen? I haven't seen that happen on YouTube. All right. So you have actually covered 1/5 of the journey to your goals. Now is the time to up the game. If you go back and see what you have been doing so far, you will see that you have actually been building a very solid and unshakable base and foundation for yourself. The last week's exercise, for example, you can't go wrong if you have yourself in the right space. You can't go wrong if your commitment to your duties are driving ahead of your distractions. And you definitely cannot go wrong when you include people in your purpose and recognize the ones who are a part of it. I had another speaker who's an acquaintance who was following my program, and he said, "Priya, aren't you stretching this program a bit too much into 52 weeks? Goal setting can be elaborately done in less than 4 weeks. What are you going to continue to teach for 52 weeks? He was almost appalled. And I told him that, look, setting goals can be done in an hour, like most people do in the beginning of the year. But to hold them close, to protect them, to make them bigger, to immerse yourself in them so you are redefined and renewed as a person, to engulf the good of others in that fulfillment, to align them with your innate purpose and your heart's calling, is sometimes a process that spreads over a lifetime. I have just given you a 52-week commitment where hopefully you are so grounded and so empowered that your position and your confidence is so solid that from there is nothing that can shake you up, and that you have enough grit in you to turn challenges into opportunities. That is the purpose of the 52-week program, the Creators of the Future. It's not a goal setting program, and that's what the guy understood listening 2 weeks into the program. Anyways, so what does week 43 hold for you? Oh, this is going to be the best week ever. This week is going to be a game changer for the rest of the future of the program, and I assure you that. And this week is going to be the biggest and the most fun project that you would have ever done until now in the program. So let me disclose this week's agenda through a story. My story. So this is the secret on how I topped my exams as a student, and I have created an unbroken record in my school till date. I was the only student who had the unbeatable record of 99.9% as an overall score in my classes for the 2 years that I did my schooling in Bombay. So how did I become the best student of the class? Well, I became the teacher. Actually, the goal was to earn pocket money by teaching my classmates. The goal was not to become the best student of the class. But the fact that I could teach what I had learned, I understood it better than any other student in the class. And you have to know that the best student in the class is actually the teacher. And if the student can be the teacher as well, he or she becomes unbeatable. You see, when you teach something, you are forced to go deep into the subject and break it down into units that can be understood by a student. You have to make the steps logical. You have to study more than what is stated to be able to answer the questions which may not fall in the realm of the text that you are teaching. Oh, you also have to be prepared for the questions and doubts in advance, and for that you may have to do some extra study and research. And then after all of that, you have to find a way to communicate it all in a manner that will be understood and applied by the people you are teaching. Oh, the best professionals at any craft, at any subject, are the ones who can teach it. If you look at the experts in different fields and in different industries, they actually jump at every opportunity to go to colleges and vocational schools to teach the subject. It is rarely about the money at their positions. It is for their own mastery that comes in teaching the thing that you want to be a bigger expert in. You will find scientists that go to colleges and teach their theories. For in teaching, they learn more about their own field of knowledge. It is the Q&A that brings them more insights into areas that they had missed to see. You will find mathematicians, artists, performers, writers, IT experts, and the list goes on. You will find them participating in sharing and teaching their jobs, because in doing so they are able to decode what they know best so they can be better than their own best. You can't beat something if you can't break it down first, and teaching is the best way to break down on an expertise. So, oh dear ones, here is your week 43 assignment. That which you are trying to be the world authority, the expert, the world champion, and the star in, teach it to us here, right here. Whatever goals that you are pursuing, whether it is to be a marathon runner like Parvati, or a motivational speaker like Preet and Himanshu, or a world-class artist like Harisha, or a writer like so many of you, bring out your goals and show us how you do it. Show us Arijit, Ayman, Snehal, Jeetu. I like to take names. I like to connect with you like you are connected with me. Priya, Preeti, Meghna, Prerna, Neha, Anjali, Garima, Jaymala, Digvijay, and all others who are still putting their comments. Show us what you do and how you do it. Your challenge is that whatever you consider yourself good in, that you have taken up as a goal to bring to the world, can you teach it? Have you understood it? Can you stand up in public and talk about it? Can you show us how you do it? Can you point us in the right direction regarding that subject? Can you tell us the trick that you have learned after weeks of practice? Can you tell us the secret ingredient that has brought you the confidence to do what you do? Can you tell us and show us? Have you understood the basics enough to be able to teach it to us? Of course, you're still in the middle of the journey toward your goals, but that shouldn't stop you from showing someone the way, especially the way of the distance that you have covered so far. If you have been taking guitar classes like Vikramjit, can you teach us what you learned? Can you teach some basics of sketching, Harisha? Can you teach us some basic rules of selling and negotiating and investing, Preet? Can you teach us some basic rules to consider while preparing for your motivational talk, Saurabh and Himanshu? Can you do that? Teach us what you know. Teach us what you have learned, and you will be the instant authority on that subject. Now, here is the big challenge. I am challenging and daring you to do this if you haven't already. Make your YouTube channel and upload your how-to video on whatever goal you are pursuing and whatever you have learned so far about it. It could be, as simple as how to play Happy Birthday on the guitar. It could be how to sketch for beginners, how to draw perfect lines. It could be 3 sales techniques every salesperson should know. Or it could be how to run without hurting your knees, or how to do riyaz using a phone app, how to make paper butterflies, how to write a book. Whatever you are aspiring to be an expert at, teach it. Who says that you have to pass out the 9th grade to teach the 9th grade? You learn, you understand, and you teach exactly what you have learned and you have understood. Get it? Make a video and start your channel now. If not a video, if that is too technical for you to pull off, put it all out on your blog. If not a blog, make an audio. Find a platform to teach. That's the point. Give us a sample of who you are and what you do. Don't judge yourself. Look, now don't try and convince yourself that you're not ready. Don't try and talk yourself small, that you still have miles to go. Don't try and sell yourself short, that you still have a lot to learn. I'm not asking you to pretend to be an expert. I'm just asking you to teach us what you have learned so far in all humility as a student of life. Teach us, teach those who are still struggling with the basics that you have gotten good at the past 8 weeks. You also started from somewhere, right? Now that you have gotten where you have, help someone who is just starting out, who doesn't know where to begin, who has no mentor, no coach, who doesn't even have the right environment or the tools on how to still hold on to their dreams and find a door that will take them at least one level up than where they are. When you do that, you have a solid grasp on your journey so far. That way, you know for sure what you know for sure, and you have certainty on your process and on your progress. The bottom line is that this week you will tell us all and show us how to do what you do, so you can put on it a seal of certainty and move on to bigger steps of learning and growth. You have to know that I am so proud that you're getting stronger week by week, that your commitment is shining here for everyone to see. You guys are such an inspiration to so many who visit this page here. Not everyone has the dedication to comment and participate, but there are people who are watching, and when they are watching, they are also reading your comments and getting to know about you. If there are 1,000 views and 50 comments, it means that 950 people who saw the video and read the comments went back a tad inspired. That, oh dear ones, is a great service, and I acknowledge you for that. So stay on track and stay tuned. And until next week, I am excited to learn from you.